Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're watching this. My name is Sami Kinnison. I was asked by the Striving for Greater Professionals Committee to put together a mini webinar on some personal finance tips. So today I wanted to just take a few minutes to talk to you about one of the best pieces of financial advice I've ever received, and it is the idea of the debt snowball. The way a debt snowball works is how you can pay off debt that you have early. In general, before I was introduced to this concept, I had a little bit of extra money each month that I would pay across the board to several different debts. And each of these debts I was paying off a little bit earlier than what I would have been scheduled to pay off. However, after learning about this new way, this debt snowball way, it's more efficient and faster way to pay off your debts. What happens in the debt snowball is whatever extra money you have, or if you don't have extra money, then whichever debt is going to be due first. Say you have $100 extra, we're going to pay it to one of our debts. We're going to pay all of it just to the one until that debt is paid off. Once that debt is paid off, the amount that we're paying to that debt plus our extra $100, we're going to snowball and pay onto debt number two. Now, debt number two is going to be able to be paid off a little bit faster. And until when that one is paid off, we're going to bundle that payment because it was already a part of our monthly budget to be paying for that debt. And we're going to put it to debt number three, and so on and so forth until everything is paid off. If you're like me and like spreadsheets, I think it can be helpful to look at this a little bit visually. So here is a visual representation. Say we have a credit card, a car loan, a student loan, and a mortgage. I've right here roughly lined up what our monthly payments are, including some of the interest. I'm aware credit cards will have interest, but for the sake of this illustration, we'll say it's an interest-free credit card right now. We are going to add an extra $100 to this credit card debt right here. When we go through this, our expected payoff date for the credit card was going to be October 2021. However, with this extra $100, we will pay it off early by July. Then, once we get to July and this is paid off, our next snowball will start on August 2021. The expected payoff date for this loan was April 2024, but we're going to end up paying it off early in October of 2022. Once we do that, we will now be paying an extra $550 because we're paying the $200 from our credit card, the $100 extra, and the $250 from our previous car payment over to the student loan. We start that in November of 2022. We pay it off in November of 2024. This is almost 4 years earlier than what we were anticipated to have paid it off. Now we move on to the big kahuna, the mortgage payment. We're going to be paying an extra $900 to our mortgage each month. We start that in, that is the wrong date of this. I've played a little around with formula. Anyway, we'll start it in December of 2024, and we will end up paying this off over 10 years early. So we'll pay off what we have set up as roughly a, 25, 24-year mortgage. And we'll have paid it off in a little over 10 years. The big benefit to doing it this way is that you will also end up saving money in interest. So for example, on our car, if we pay off our car in October of 2022 versus April, we'll have saved approximately $15, or of the $15 of interest each month, we'll have saved about $270. Not, the most money in the world, but that still is significant. As we move on to pay off our student loan early, this is going to be about $3,000 saved that we didn't have to pay as interest on our loan. Then when you move up to the really big guy, the mortgage, $48,000 is our estimated savings in interest. So I think the numbers speak for themselves as far as the benefit to this. Even if you don't have an extra $100 to pay to that first debt, as soon as you pay off your first one, we'll snowball it forward. I also have set up here, this is what it would look like if we were to pay off our debts month by month. Having an Excel sheet like this has really helped me to stay motivated over the past 2 years of doing debt snowballs. Each month, it can be really, it can take a lot of motivation to convince yourself not to spend that extra money on something else, but instead to continue keeping it dedicated to paying off your debt. So this is our credit card that we paid off early in July of 2021. This month, we start paying off our car just a little bit faster, and we're able to pay that off. And then you can see very tangibly and quickly, month by month, what's happening. And so while you might have trouble keeping motivated from July 2021 till October 2022, it can be really helpful to just see it in bite-sized chunks like this, especially when you get down to your mortgage payments, which would end in about June of 2032. And had we not been paying off early, we would continue paying this mortgage payment all the way through December of 2045. So I hope this little tidbit helps you and that you can implement in your daily life. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me and we'll share the link to this Excel sheet so you can copy it into your own Google Drive and put in your own numbers and see how the magic of the debt snowball can work for you. Hope you have a great day.